I'm doing multiple book reviews in one sitting. I told y'all I had a bunch to do. This is my second sitting, and today we're going to talk about The Chatelaine by Kate Heartfield. The Chatelaine was originally published in 2018 under a different name. The original name was Armed in Her Fashion, and that was when it was published in Canada. Then it was republished in 2023 as The Chatelaine. Let me look real quick and see which one I have. I mean, I have The Chatelaine, but which one? Collins. Okay, so this was the 2023 version called The Chatelaine. There are 4 main characters in this story. I will get into the setting and all that kind of stuff here in a second, but there are 4 main characters: Marguerite, Claude, Beatrix, and Jacqueline. Now, I don't speak French. This takes place in France. The names are French. I'm doing the best that I can with the names. When I saw the cover, particularly this little medieval lady here and the Chatelaine, I thought this was going to be about a housekeeper in the Middle Ages or something. So I thought it was going to be a period setting, you know, in the Middle Ages, and some intrigue with the housekeeper with her little keychain, with the little thing she keeps on her belt with all the keys and whatever she needs on it. But it's neither. It's not that, and it's also both. So I'm not sure if this is medieval. It feels like it could be. An event occurs in this town in that a demon comes and has a big fat cave, and that big fat cave like comes up out of the ground and is there. And inside that cave, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on. And there's a person who is the wife of the demon. So she has locked the demon away, and she's in charge. And what she does is she creates zombies. What are they called? Chimeras? Chimeras? Let me just get into it. So the story is basically from Marguerite's point of view. She is a widow whose husband died. And she is looking for the widow's inheritance. So the wife didn't work. She stayed at home, took care of the family, the house, and all that kind of stuff. If something happens to the husband, he's supposed to have left a way for her to survive. And that could be in the manner of coins or jewelry or, you know, silver or something like that. And she doesn't know where it is. And so she's searching for it. Like, this whole story is about her trying to get her widow's inheritance, and she wants it for her daughter Beatrix, so that her daughter can survive too, because, you know, it passes on down the line. I did not find Marguerite very likable. I didn't even really care about what she was doing. I found her kind of single-minded, and I couldn't get into her. Like, we don't get into her head. So it's like, this is so selfish. She's just going after her widow's inheritance. That's what, you know, you got this demon guy and his wife living in your town, and this is what you're worried about? There were undead, not like Dracula, but undead like zombies, who were chasing down the people that they loved or the people that loved them. And since Marguerite's husband had died, he was brought back up, or resurrected, sort of. And the point of them coming after the people that loved them or that they loved was to turn them into dead people too. If you were lured by, you know, by seeing the person that you loved or whatever, and you allowed them to come near you, you would end up catching whatever the disease is. It sounded like the plague to me, but you would eventually die. And then you would end up coming back and walking around and trying to find the people that you love to turn them too. So Marguerite's husband does come back, but he doesn't come back for her. So she's hanging out. She knows that he's around because she saw him coming into town. So she knew, okay, stay away. Don't let him touch you. Don't let him talk to you. But I think I know what he wants, because I know he certainly didn't love me. So she went into the shop that they kept, and sure enough, her husband came in there and dug up some floorboards and pulled out the treasure, the inheritance, and grabbed it and was walking off. And Marguerite's like, no, you're dead. You don't need that. I need that so I can survive and so our daughter can survive. But somehow during this encounter, she ended up catching the plague or whatever. So she's kind of racing against time to get her widow's inheritance before she keels over from whatever it is that gets passed on to them. And so the Chatelaine, which is what we're calling, or what the Chatelaine is, the wife of the devil or the demon, and she has the keys to hell. So that's why it's called the Chatelaine. She has the keys to hell. And she creates chimeras. Chimeras. I've really only read the word. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm pronouncing it the way I know. I can probably stick something in somewhere on how to pronounce it. But basically, a chimera is a hybrid of one thing and another thing. So she can create, well, for example, one of her henchmen is a unicorn man. So she created I guess she has a furnace or something, I don't know. She created a unicorn man by using a unicorn and a human man. And the man has unicorn heads or unicorn horns sticking out of his forehead. Yeah. So she creates, all kinds of creatures like this. And they go around, the towns and terrorize everybody and try to get them to go to this cave where they can also be turned into chimera and part of her army. It's really weird. So we follow Marguerite and the other 4 people, or the other 3 people throughout the story. The only one I really cared for was Claude, and Claude wasn't even the main character. Claude was a side character. He came along to help, but that was the one that I really wanted to survive. The story was like, let's have a woman chase down her inheritance from the devil's wife, and here are some people to help her. That's kind of what it seemed like. For all the beautifulness of this cover, for the name, it just didn't, I read the whole thing, but it just didn't resonate with me at all. Like I said, the only person I cared about was Claude. I didn't care about the main character, Marguerite, but that's all right. I never felt like, oh no, I hope nothing happens to these people, except for Claude. And that's okay. It's not the fault of the author. It's just my particular taste. I thought this was going to be pretty good. It wasn't. I bought this new. I didn't borrow it from the library. I found it on a recommendations list, so I looked it up at my library. It wasn't there, so I just went ahead and took the chance and ordered it. $19. But I'm going to keep it. Why? Because I'm going to compare it to another book that's very similar. So there's another book by Christopher Buehlman, and I apologize, I don't think I pronounced that correctly, but Between Two Fires. This was recommended to me by a coworker. I enjoyed this book. And so this one is on a similar vein. They're dealing with undead, stuff like that. This one was better. This one was okay. So, if you're interested in the book, go to your library. Go check it out. See if they have it. If they don't, maybe they can order it from somebody. Now, when I looked at the library, it didn't occur to me to ask them to find the book. I just thought that would be a hassle, so I didn't do it, and I didn't want to wait, so I bought it, but that's all right. At least I can say I read it. Tell me down in the comments what you're reading. If you have any recommendations for me, if you read this book and you liked it, great, let me know. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on it. We don't have to agree on everything, and that's all right. Y'all, be kind to yourself, be kind to each other. I keep looking up and down because I'm having some trouble with my camera, making sure that it's not going blurry. It's been doing that a lot lately. That's a tangent. Not a serious thing, nothing y'all need to worry about. That's why I keep looking up and down, up and down, up and down, into my camera, into my screen to see what's happening. Yeah, and I'm tired. Y'all have a great day. Thank you for coming. Bye.